The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet humans have explored less than 5% of it. That means most of the ocean remains completely unknown, and the deeper you go, the stranger life becomes. Thousands of meters below the surface lies a world of total darkness where sunlight never reaches, temperatures hover just above freezing, and the pressure is powerful enough to crush steel. Yet somehow, life thrives here. Creatures with glowing lures, transparent heads, enormous teeth, and bodies so bizarre they seem to belong in science fiction rather than on Earth. Many of them have rarely been seen by humans, and some have only been captured on camera a handful of times. Today, we're diving into the deep ocean to explore 5 deep-sea creatures that look like absolute nightmares. Animals so strange they will completely change the way you think about life beneath the waves. Few creatures represent the deep ocean better than the anglerfish. At first glance, it looks like something straight out of a horror movie. A massive mouth filled with needle-like teeth and a glowing lure dangling from its head like a fishing rod. But that strange feature isn't decoration, it's a hunting weapon. Anglerfish live between about 200 and 2,000 meters deep, where sunlight disappears completely. In this pitch-black environment, food is extremely scarce, so the anglerfish evolved a clever yet terrifying solution. At the end of the rod extending from its head sits a small bulb filled with bioluminescent bacteria that produce light. In the darkness of the deep sea, this glow acts like a beacon, attracting curious fish and shrimp. As prey approaches the light, the anglerfish waits patiently, barely moving. Then, in an instant, it attacks. Its jaws open incredibly wide, allowing it to swallow prey sometimes twice its own size, and its stomach stretches to accommodate the meal. But the anglerfish hides an even stranger secret: its reproduction. In many species, the male anglerfish is tiny compared to the female, sometimes only a few centimeters long. When a male finally finds a female, he bites onto her body and never lets go. Over time, his body begins to fuse with hers. Eventually, he loses his eyes, his organs, and even his independence, becoming nothing more than a permanent appendage that provides sperm whenever the female needs it. It is one of the most unusual reproductive strategies in the animal kingdom, and a perfect example of how life in the deep sea evolves in extreme ways to survive. But the anglerfish is far from the only strange creature lurking in the abyss. Another mysterious inhabitant of the deep ocean is the vampire squid. Despite its frightening name, the vampire squid is not a bloodthirsty predator. Its scientific name, Vampiroteuthis infernalis, translates to vampire squid from hell, yet the animal itself survives in a surprisingly peaceful way. The vampire squid lives in a region known as the oxygen minimum zone, where oxygen levels are so low that most animals cannot survive. Yet this strange creature thrives there thanks to an extremely slow metabolism and specialized blood proteins that allow it to function in low oxygen environments. Its appearance is eerie. A cloak-like web connects its arms, its body glows with faint blue lights, and its large eyes help it detect movement in near total darkness. Instead of hunting prey, the vampire squid feeds on what scientists call marine snow, tiny drifting particles made up of dead plankton, organic debris, and microscopic organisms. Using long, sticky filaments, the squid collects this material and rolls it into small food bundles. When threatened, it performs a strange defensive display known as the pineapple posture, flipping its arms over its body and exposing rows of spines to scare away predators. Even though it looks like something from a horror movie, the vampire squid survives by quietly drifting through the darkness, collecting food from the water around it. Another creature that seems almost impossible is the barreleye fish. At first glance, this fish appears fairly normal, but a closer look reveals something astonishing. The top of its head is completely transparent, forming a dome filled with fluid. Inside this dome sit two bright green tube-shaped eyes. For decades, scientists misunderstood this fish because early specimens brought to the surface had their fragile, transparent dome destroyed during capture. It wasn't until researchers finally observed a living barreleye fish in the deep ocean that they discovered how it truly works. Those tube-shaped eyes can rotate inside the fish's head. Most of the time, they point upward, scanning the water above for the faint silhouettes of prey. But when the fish begins feeding, the eyes rotate forward, allowing it to focus directly on its target. Scientists believe the transparent dome may also protect the fish's eyes from the stinging tentacles of jellyfish while it steals trapped prey from them. The barreleye fish remains one of the most unusual visual systems ever discovered in nature, a perfect example of how life in the deep sea evolves in extreme ways to survive. But the barreleye fish is far from the only strange creature lurking in the abyss. Another mysterious inhabitant of the deep ocean is the goblin shark. Despite its frightening name, the goblin shark is an ancient lineage dating back more than 100 million years. Its long, flattened snout, pale pink skin, and protruding needle-like teeth give it an eerie appearance, unlike most sharks. But the most remarkable feature of the goblin shark is its jaw. Unlike other sharks whose jaws remain fixed, the goblin shark's jaws can shoot forward out of its face when attacking prey. Elastic ligaments release like a spring, launching the jaws outward in a lightning-fast motion known as slingshot feeding. This allows the shark to capture prey before it has time to react. The goblin shark's snout is packed with sensors that detect tiny electrical signals produced by other animals, helping it locate prey even in complete darkness. Fortunately for humans, goblin sharks live in extremely deep waters and are rarely encountered. Still, seeing one glide through the dark ocean would be enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Finally, we come to one of the most legendary creatures of the deep ocean, the giant squid. For centuries, sailors told stories about enormous sea monsters dragging ships beneath the waves. Many people dismissed these stories as myths, but modern science eventually confirmed the existence of the giant squid. Growing up to 13 meters long, this massive predator is one of the largest invertebrates on Earth. Its eyes are enormous, about the size of dinner plates, allowing it to detect movement in the darkness of the deep ocean. Its long tentacles are lined with powerful suckers and hooks designed to grab prey and pull it toward a sharp beak capable of tearing flesh apart. Giant squids spend most of their lives deep beneath the surface, which is why humans rarely see them alive. Much of what scientists know about these mysterious animals comes from scars found on sperm whales, their main predators, evidence of epic battles taking place far below the waves. Only in recent years have researchers managed to capture footage of giant squids in their natural environment, revealing just how massive and powerful these creatures truly are. The deep ocean remains one of the most mysterious places on Earth, from glowing predators like the anglerfish to ghost-like creatures such as the barreleye fish, from ancient hunters like the goblin shark to the legendary giant squid drifting through the darkness. These animals prove that life in extreme environments can evolve in extraordinary ways. Yet perhaps the most astonishing fact is that scientists estimate more than 80% of the ocean is still unexplored. That means countless species may still be hiding in the darkness, creatures we have never seen before and may not discover for decades. So, the next time you look out at the calm blue ocean, remember that beneath that peaceful surface lies a world of darkness, mystery, and incredible life, and humanity has only just begun to explore it.